Are we live? We're live.
It's gone. I don't know if you hear the music.
Praise! And then the party band!
Good evening, good evening, good evening. And
Good evening, everyone.
welcome everyone to WJZZ Cool TV, the Blues Factory, live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and other top social media platforms. So,
Did you just say switch, sweeter?
boy, finish the thing.
So like us, follow us, share, comment, and subscribe, y'all. You know we had to be crazy when we started.
It's a shame we have to go through this every
I have to give it
Thursday.
up with the hostess of the mostest, the one and only Miss Priscilla Price.
And my co-host, Mr. Al B. Shore Livingston. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say good evening to you and let you know that the holiday season is coming up on us.
Yes, it is. It's here, quick.
So get ready for Thanksgiving and then get ready for Christmas and then get ready for New Year's. Boy, the New Year's is going to be something else. But I would like to start my show off by doing my little commercials that I do. I don't have too many to do today, but one. I have one.
You got one?
One commercial.
Let me take your pulse.
Gone, boy. And that's Priscilla Price.
Oh, okay.
Old School and Blues Christmas Party. Saturday, December the 17th, 2022. 8 p.m. to 12 p.m. at the DRMM Hall at 3606 East Forest. So, get your tickets. And your tickets are $25, and in the ticket you get dinner. Okay? Now, I would like to introduce our special guest this evening. We got the Little Rascals.
Them some rascals. Them rascals?
The Little Rascals. I introduced them at a thing the other night.
And they look for buckwheat and spanking.
Mr. Jerome Yancey, who's been my music director for almost 20-something years. For over 20-something years. And Sal, which are my drummer. She's my drummer now. And she also owns the Little Rascals, her and Jerome. How y'all doing? Welcome.
All right.
Welcome.
Thank you. We're doing
Welcome.
fine.
You know, it's good to have you guys on the show again.
Again.
Huh?
Because I want to know about your project that's going on, that you guys are doing now.
Yeah, what's going on with you rascals?
Go ahead, Sarah.
Well, we want to come up with something where we can do a show and have a variety of singers to be able to pull from so that we always sound different and fresh
Right.
and fun and just having a good time.
Okay.
So, if that being said, we want to do everything. So, no job too small.
No job too big.
We do it all.
Okay.
We're the Rascals.
The main focus, though, is to be different, innovative, and to always make you think as far as, well, what are they going to play next?
Okay.
Or if we played this, what can we play to top what we did there? So we play a little mixture of everything. So therefore, we got something for everybody.
So you're saying you got music for your mother, father, sister, and
For
brother.
your granddaddy.
Show you right. Crazy, Jerome. You
Yeah.
crazy.
Yes.
He is your granddaddy.
How many people are, I know how many, let the people know how many people that you have in the
Yeah,
group.
how many members you got?
Well, it ranges and it varies because our logo for the Little Rascals is no job too big, no job too small, but
Right.
tell everybody. So we have everything from just a band, we can break down to 3-piece trio, all the way up to 10 when we got horns and everything. So we use 3 or 4 different singers plus full band. It just depends on the budget.
Okay.
That's
Get
important.
you what you want.
Exactly.
Well, and then some places don't want to book a larger band now.
That's right.
They want bands that are 4-piece or smaller, 3 or 4 pieces. So, in order to be able to slide in that market, we gotta change a little bit.
Right.
Say, what happens if they say, we just want the drummer to come in and play and sing?
Well, I guess
No job too big?
No job too small.
I guess we'll pull out the laptop and some tracks and the drummer be playing with
That's
it.
there you go.
I see.
We'll
I
do
hear
it.
you say.
Okay.
Oh, take. Now we know who you are. So now, Darla,
No, I'm Spanky.
you speaking.
I'm Spanky. I can't be Darla.
Now, if you guys are doing a 10-piece, oh no, I know you guys already have your personnel in mind for your 10-piece. Who are some of your personnel if you're doing a 10-piece?
Oh man. Well, we have a variety of horn players. We can call James Chaney and KG. We can call Al. We can
Al
call,
Harrelson,
Yeah.
Okay.
We can use
Lou Bone.
3 or 4 different keyboard players, the TFO horns if need be.
Okay. Okay.
It's
The
good to
cats.
have friends.
The cat.
See?
See?
Yeah.
I've been doing this for over 40 years. So
You ain't that
I got
old.
friends. Oh, don't let this baby face fool you, boy. I got a cane. Hey, look, I went to IHOP today. I ate off the senior citizen.
You got to see your citizen
Times 2.
I got a bus card
give me
for
my
free.
coffee.
You understand? I earn these. You hear? I earn this.
I thought you would streak your hair. I didn't know. I'm just
Oh.
let it look like.
But
I don't believe it.
you know, when you got friends, you can just pick
call.
up a phone
Yes,
and be
that's
like,
right.
"Hey, I want to do so and so, so and so," and they come over. You know, and what's really helping us right now is, for the past year, I've been working on putting the studio in my home, and I finally got it completed. So now, y'all in trouble.
All right. So,
Because I got about 100 songs up here, and I'm finishing them up. I'm finished up some background on this track I have did for Priscilla earlier this year, so she can get over there and sing it out, and she'll be out beginning of the year, full force, with a whole new project, with no problems, no glitches, no hiccups. They're gonna be like, "Ooh, Priscilla back in town."
That's right.
now, besides the two of you, who are your other core members?
We have a singer, we call him Mr. Shaw.
Mr. Shaw.
Now, when you hear him sing, all I'm going to say is this. If you close your eyes and you think about Maze, and you think about Barry White, and you think about whatever song he's singing, he sounds like that singer pretty much. Then we got another singer, we call her K. Red. She is straight entertainer.
Yes.
She sang whatever she want to sing when she get ready.
Yeah.
Then we have Miss Priscilla Price that be our special guest when we can afford her.
Now, how is it? Y'all had to afford her, and y'all are her band.
Well, see, that's
See,
the
you trying to
business.
You trying to start some shit up in here.
It's called, I'm going to tell you, learn this from James Brown. It's called show business. That's the business part of the show.
Right.
See, when she the boss, she pay us what she want to pay us.
Okay.
When we
That's
the
what I'm
boss,
here saying.
We got-
we get a turn.
That's right. We get turned.
And when they get a turn, I don't overcharge them. I don't know. I do not overcharge them.
Hey, boo boo, she got the picnic basket.
I think she's doing she do the Jedi mind trick.
Oh, yeah.
The boy and the Wookiee is over there.
And the quote that I've heard 100 million times: "I stay at home and play with the kids, daddy."
I gotta get home and play with the kids, daddy.
Yeah. So, but the whole thing is about having fun and doing this. We don't have any problems or anybody upset about anything, because you're free to say what you need to say, and if it's something you want to try and work out, try it and work it out. We'll make it fit and make it work, you know. So
Okay,
That's what
you
make it
didn't
better.
you didn't finish your musicians.
Oh, okay. Then we got
Your
Mr.
core flow.
Herb Smalls.
Herb
Now,
Smalls.
This
Okay.
cat been around a long time, guitar player. He was the music director for the Contours for years.
Yeah, no Herb. He's awesome.
I
Yes,
got
he
introduced to
is.
him through Mickey Atkins.
This is Mickey.
'Cause
Late
Mickey was
great
like,
Mickey.
he called me Bicken. He said, Bicken, I got a guitar player. This boy played two parts at one time. I'm like, what?
Yes, he does.
And when I heard him play, I was amazed. So if you want to hear what I'm talking about, you have to come to the show so you can hear it. And we do have upcoming show. We got a show upcoming at Upscale Warehouse on the 16th, day before Priscilla's, at Upscale Warehouse out on Wayne Road in Romulus. We'll be there from
9 to 1.
9 to 1, yeah.
9 to 1.
So then, of course, Sal plays the drums.
And sings.
Oh,
I
man.
saw it. I was like,
Plays
is that
drums
Sal?
and
My gal?
sing. I'm just trying to get her to play out of the box a little bit. See, she in her little comfort zone. She be back there doing her thing, but I'm like, I want you to switch it up a little bit. See, because if she switch up and think out of the box, now she really cooking with gas because she don't know. Because I always try to throw everybody off. We'll play one song, and then next thing you know, we playing something else. Then we playing something else. So if I constantly keep them thinking, they got to pay attention.
Yes,
See,
yes,
And that's important because Priscilla don't say nothing. She just said, "Shh."
Yeah, that's it.
If you play with her, you know what that means. If you didn't play with her, you like, huh? Oh, she told you to cut down, and we out of here in 4 to 8 measures. But you got to know that, you know. So, but we makes it work the best way we can.
I see you also use my boy Key here.
Oh yeah. We substitute different musicians.
Different
We have
keyboard
Kier
players.
Ward, heck of a
Keyboard.
keyboard player. We got Tony Gordon, sometimes play keyboard for us. I had a very long-standing friend who was a hell of a horn player. He sat in on our last show,
Yeah.
Dion Yates.
oh, Dion. Okay.
But wait, stop.
Mm-hmm.
When I first met Dion, he was playing keyboards.
Oh yeah,
He played with me. What we played for about a year with me,
a year at MGM.
right?
Every Monday.
Every Monday and Thursday. We played there twice a week.
Yeah,
And the Rhino,
yeah.
when the Rhino was
He
open.
played with us. Yeah, he played a
Yes.
long time. But see, he went out and now he's a national recording artist. So when
Jazz
I
recording
asked,
artist. So you better say.
yeah, excuse me,
You want you to say that?
jazz. Let me
Jazz
say what he
recording
is.
artist.
Smooth jazz.
Yeah,
Yes.
smooth jazz.
And he came out and he played and he did an old standard song and
Yes,
he
he
did what he do. He missed to hold that note.
Yeah.
And he'll make you mad because he always make me mad. He get to holding the note for about 2 minutes, then I get tired and take my bass and put it on the rack and go order me a drink. And drink
He's
it
still
and come
holding that
back
note.
and he's still holding that note. And I come back and say, "Come on, let's go home." And we take it out. And I'm like, "How you do that?" "Oh man, took a long time to learn that. I got it." I say, "Okay, we'll leave it alone."
Yeah, got a chance to work
Yes.
with Dion. He worked with us with Three of a Kind.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me,
man.
me and him been friends since little fellas playing swords.
The wooden swords.
You know,
They were sticks.
the other swords.
Oh,
Crossing string.
yes, yes.
I thought you meant the wrapping paper by.
Oh,
But you forgot our main guy,
who's that?
guitar player.
Who?
I think he did say him.
I
No,
said her.
There's
No.
another one.
no,
The other one.
Hill.
Oh, see now, that's a horse of a different color. My man, Bobby Hill. Bobby Hill, oh my God, me and Bob been playing together about 30 years. And let me tell you, if you ain't never heard nobody play guitar and the blues, gotta see Bobby Hill. I promise, if he starts singing and playing,
Oh yeah.
It's over with. So anybody ever heard him be like, man, how you doing that?
He's gonna be on my
Okay.
Christmas show.
Yeah. He's gonna
Yeah,
do
we got a
that.
chance. I got a
Yes.
chance to work with Bobby, with Dr. Feelgood.
Oh yeah.
We would go down in Tennessee,
That's right.
and
Yeah, all the way
yeah.
till he
Yes.
passed.
But
yeah.
you know, when I met Dr. Feelgood, it was Dr. Feelgood, Rick Strickland, John Bass,
Yeah,
who else was that? Bobby Hill.
yeah.
We used to play at a little club over on the west side. I can't think of the name of it. It's been so long. God. And then we went on the road. And me and Rick Strickland went on the road. Me and Mickey Atkins went on the road. It was either me. Now, Rick Strickland is a drummer. Right?
Crazy. He's that boy.
It was me and him on the road playing different little joints, juke joints, But with me and Mickey, because Mickey is how I met Jerome. He said, Priscilla, you got to call Biggin. I said, what the hell is Biggin? Biggin can play for you, and that was like in 19...
Yeah.
And we've been together ever since.
Yeah.
Ever since.
In case you don't know my story, I used to weigh 625 pounds. And it's been about 7 years, so now I'm down to about 250. So that's how come I got the name Biggin from Mickey. And all that weight used to cost me a lot of gigs because nobody wanted to spend the airplane flight or 2 tickets to buy me a seat.
2 seats.
2 seats, yeah. So, I mean, I could play and go out, but it was like, dang, we really want to take him, but we can't afford to spend the extra money on him. His pay ain't
Just
gonna
take
be
him,
about
put him on
that.
the wing.
Yeah.
Let me stop y'all right now. You're watching WJZZ Cool TV live streaming The Blues Factory on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and other top social media platforms. So,
Like us, follow us, and share, and subscribe. And thank you for watching WJZZ, the coolest TV in
the world. Yes. Now, another thing. We used to go on tour together. We done been from Portland to Madrid almost. Jerome has taken care of my music from the time we started playing together all the way up until now. And like I said, we've been together over 20-some years. And especially when I got rid of y'all ass.
When you got rid of
Y'all.
You
Y'all.
left.
No, y'all.
You left.
I sure did. I went to Paris.
You left.
Left y'all right here, and then when I come back, y'all had what's her name?
Denise Reeves?
Yes,
Yeah.
Niecy.
We had Niecy.
Y'all had Niecy. They said, "No, bitch. Every time we get ready to do something, you going on the plane somewhere." I left y'all twice, didn't I?
Yeah, it's just like one of them wives that, this keep
No,
leaving.
3 times.
See that?
I left y'all 3 times. But anyway, I played with them for 11 years before me and Jerome had gotten together. So.
Oh, yeah, because you, Chick Willis,
Oh man.
TJ from Johnny Taylor's son,
Floyd
Floyd Taylor.
Johnny Taylor Jr., Bobby Rush, who else we did? Shoot, we didn't play with so many people. Clarence Carter, Denise LaSalle up in Flint.
Yes.
Sir Charles did a couple of his shows. Shoot, we didn't play with some of everybody all over this United States and world. Oh, I'm well traveled.
But we had one spot we used to go to down in Virginia, Hopewell, Virginia.
Oh,
We
yeah,
stayed on the
yeah.
Army base.
Mm-hmm.
And, boy, you talking about something was out of sight.
And we leave
Man,
there and go
no,
to
we-
the fried bologna place.
West Virginia. That was in West Virginia with the fried bologna.
Fried bologna.
That's right.
Yes.
How thick was it?
Like this here.
And you had to split it on the side.
There you go. Make that Russian, that
And get it when
German
you got the
thing.
crew around it.
Yeah,
that
that crust. You
crew.
got, yeah,
That's
you gotta
right.
have that.
That's the best way to have it.
And
Now you done made me
barbecue bologna.
Barbecue.
Yeah.
Barbecue. Man, we went up. What was that little place? We went up them stairs. We had to play up them steps.
Oh,
and they had
yeah.
slot machines in there. Slot machines
Yeah.
in this bar in West Virginia, down in South Charleston. That's my home. But I had never seen the slots. But they had slot machines in this little place where we went up. They drug all them instruments and stuff up them long stairs. Wasn't no
Yep.
elevator or nothing like that.
About 35 steps, man.
Ooh.
Straight up. But no, we did one Thanksgiving show down south, and we opened up for, what's that boy name, that blues boy? God, I can't think of his name.
The boy out of Chicago. I bet you Kwame know his name.
I can't think of his name
I-
right now. Well, he had 2 or 3 big hit records, one but right behind one another. We opened up and then we played with TJ, and then he came on. Oh God, I see his mobile home. I can't call his name right.
Willie Clayton.
That's who.
Willie.
Willie Clayton.
Ooh, Willie Clayton.
Willie Clayton.
Yeah.
Man, and the people came to us. Would y'all go back on stage? I said, y'all gonna give me Willie Clayton's money? He sat out on his bus for 45 minutes and the band played for 45 minutes before he even came on the stage.
Yep.
And that was 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that was a Thanksgiving
Thanksgiving
breakfast.
breakfast. People was in there dressed up, had gallons of liquor on the table.
In the morning?
In the morning.
I was just trying to get some grits.
People was lined up at the gate when we got there for sound check at 7. People was lined up at the gate.
Yeah. Oh,
To
down
get in.
south, way different from
That was
here.
in Kansas City, Missouri.
Yeah, way different than here. They love their music.
Yes.
I mean, not saying Detroit don't love their music. The local scene could be a whole lot better for all the local musicians.
Yes.
But the problem is, we're going, like, a good example, Taylor Swift tickets. Her nosebleed seats is $354. Would you spend $354 to come see Three of a Kind? You see what I mean?
No,
You don't even want to spend $5.
No.
I spent.
What's his name? The boy I like. Leave the door open.
Oh, yeah, that.
Bruce.
Bruno
Bruno
Mars.
Mars.
His tickets was $1,000.
Yeah.
$1,000. They don't even want to pay $10 to come see us.
Nope.
Yeah.
Get mad at you because, what? I got to pay what?
And Detroit is the music mecca.
Right.
It's so many entertainers and musicians here.
But they don't realize the majority of the bands that leave and play behind other big stars, national
That
stars,
has helped propel
some of the
them forward.
musicians come from
Yes.
here.
Yes.
Because I done got picked to go out of here and go and play. The fact, one of my buddies stay down the street from me, play for the Gap Band. He that bass player. I ain't gonna say his name, but you know, he stay down the street. And he be like, man, I sure hope we off to be. Man, you better go get that money. You know.
Well, one of the things that has happened here in Detroit, the venues that used to be here, and you could attest to it.
Yeah,
We had
yeah.
Phelps Lounge, we had the 20 Grand,
Yeah.
we had
Ethos.
Latin
Latin
Quarters,
Henry's,
Henry's.
Mozambique. We had
Mozambique.
all of those. Man,
So there was all, and during the time of before they burnt 12th down, there was Chit Chat Club and all, saying all that stuff. You will remember. I was young. I was a kid, so didn't know. But people would go from one club
to another. Yes.
One club
to another. We used to do double ups.
Yeah, and it
Back
was nothing
then.
but a lot. So it was, this was a melting pot for working musicians. A lot of folks would come here just for that, but all of that is left, and there's a lot of musicians that still left.
Yes.
Right here. But we need to recreate that again.
Right.
Well, the thing of it is that we have to come together.
Okay. Say that.
Okay, we have to come together because if I got a gig for $600, this one gonna come and say I can do that for $4. See, and
Undercut.
They undercut.
that's another thing.
That was the thing that was happening. That
But
was
see,
the thing
back
that was happening.
then, when we were doing like, I would do the Parrot Bar, I would do Ken Bell's Lounge in one night. Get double pay. And it wasn't no cutthroat. Al Hudson and One Way was my band back then. They were Al Hudson and the Soul Partners.
Yeah.
Back then. Then Danny Blue came along and we didn't miss a night working.
Yeah.
Danny Blue
Yeah.
and the High Style Band. Will Barnett,
Yeah.
James Chaney,
Sam
West, Sam Cross, Nate Schillings,
Yeah. Ooh.
all,
shit.
all of them, you know.
Yes.
Albert
Yes.
played bass. Big Steve played bass for him. We had Mike Kilgore played drums, and then you had the tall boy. I can't think of his name. He played drums before Mike. Man, it was just so many musicians, and there was enough work to go around.
Yeah.
Everybody was working. We even worked after our joint Stokes.
That's right. Come on.
Yeah, everybody works still.
Everybody worked Stokes.
Yeah.
Yes, and the Raven was popping.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
it was popular.
It was
Yes.
popping. I mean, it's just a lot of stuff that has happened, you know, over the years where things are just. And another thing, the radio stations,
Oh.
They don't promote anymore.
they do not promote music like they used to.
Yeah. And the venues.
And the venues. If you don't own, if you're not RCA artists or one of them big label, you know, people just hey.
What I mean? Ken Bell. Ernie D's, Ballroom. You know, they were innovative where they were DJs and well known.
Exactly.
So they got their own venues and they had entertainment coming through there. A lot of young artists.
I
local
remember
artists.
Jay Butler on the corner over there on Evergreen and Grand River, Greenfield and Grand River, playing in front of the furniture store.
Wow.
You know, sit out there now. Sit anywhere now outside. They're gonna take you, the equipment, everything. But back then, things were really, really great.
Yes.
Yes. As far as the music industry
For
is-
here, that's why we were. When they said Motown, it didn't mean Hitsville, USA. It meant the Motor City.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But the only other thing that didn't change that you hear the majority of musicians say something about was the pay. I made more money in the 70s than I'm making right now in 2022.
That is true.
Exactly.
I was making in 1979 $175 to do one 45-minute
Show.
at Baker's Keyboards Lounge. I wasn't even old enough to be playing in there. But my daddy would take me. I walk through the kitchen, walk through the door, pick my bass up, play, and come out. And then walk back in there if I had to play another set. And would make more money in 79, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday than my daddy worked all week construction. He said, I didn't know you was making this kind of money. I said, your mama didn't tell you. He said, that's why she ain't in my pockets no more. She robbing you, son. Yeah.
Yeah.
I made just as much money as my daddy. He was like, well, how much money
In
do your
3
mama
days.
give me? I say $20. She said, you make $175 and your mama give you $20. I'm like, yeah, she give me $20 for Friday, $20 for Saturday, $20 for Sunday, $60. But that was a lot of money.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it was.
Back
$60, I bought everybody something for lunch and whatever, and still had money the rest of the week.
Yes.
You could live back then. Now, y'all see, I got this gig. I want to pay you $62.50. That's what they tell you.
That's
On a
it.
Saturday night.
And they want you to work 3 nights from 9 to 2.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm gonna say this, and even bakers, they're not even paying the musicians
No.
like
Nobody.
they used to.
No,
It's
no.
you know, it's that mentality.
No,
You know,
they don't do no
you know, and they go say,
advertisement.
"Can you bring a?
entertainment.
Can you bring a? You got a following? Can you bring?"
That's
a
That's the
the
biggest
thing.
thing.
That's why I won't do bars no more. Because certain people that I used to do bars for, every time I do, remember, I have a crowd. I don't care where I'm at or what I'm doing. I'm gonna have a crowd. Well, you can come for them. I said, listen, I ain't played for the door
No,
since
see.
I was. No. You gonna get the door, you gonna get the food, you gonna get the liquor, and you gonna give me $300 and I got 4 pieces up there? You crazy.
And that was one of the things that they did for here. There were a lot of starving musicians because there was so many here. So that's where all the undercutting started coming in because they just want to work. They doing that. We'll do it for this.
Yeah, but see, that's what like Priscilla was saying.
Yeah.
She'll go to a club and start a Monday night blues.
Ah.
And she'll have a contract for 4 weeks, and after 4 weeks, you got to increase the pay by $200. On the 4th week, you can't even get in the place.
No.
We done built it up.
Right.
But then another band will come in there and say, hey, we do it for less than that, $150 less than what she doing it for now. And they'll
Yeah.
say, oh, well, Priscilla, we're going to give you the week off. And she like, what? It's time for my raise. But you give her the week off, then you tell her next week, oh, Priscilla, we're going to give you another week off, because that band still, everybody expects to see
Yeah.
Priscilla see the new band. So when the second week come, and he see the club owner see the crowd fall off, then he like, okay, Priscilla, come back in here.
But-
Well,
oh, no,
you
that
got
ain't happening.
crickets in there now.
Yeah.
Because you didn't kill the crowd. Oh, Priscilla ain't in here. This other band in.
We ain't
none
coming
of Priscilla. We ain't come to see that.
Yeah, they called him Priscilla. Said, "Where
So-
you gonna be at?"
So Priscilla said, you know what? I ain't doing clubs no more. And I didn't blame her. I don't do clubs anymore. I got a show. You want to see my show? You going to pay for it. You got money? That's what she did.
You're watching WJZZ Cool TV, the Blues Factory, live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and other top social media platforms. So,
Like us, follow us, comment, and share, and subscribe. And thank you for watching WJZZ, the coolest TV station in the world.
yes. And since Sal has been with me, now she could play drums when I first met her. She could play. But she be hitting them damn dynamics like crazy now.
Oh yeah, she's on. She
Ah!
did her homework.
Wait
I
a minute.
remember hearing her.
Somebody told you the other night. Remember, so what was we at? And somebody said, "That's that girl. You can play them drums." What was we at? And they told you that. Sam,
No, it might have been at the upscale warehouse.
no, we was somewhere
somewhere
else, and some.
I don't know where we was at. We always everywhere.
Yeah,
There's no telling where we might be.
and she's awesome. She's.
I remember when I first met her at, I think it was a part of Kwame.
Oh, his birthday
His
party,
birthday
right?
party.
Okay.
Yes.
You know, and I met her. Then I was like, "You got a female drummer?" See, and there's not many female drummers here in Detroit. So I mean, just even I was like, "Go ahead, girl. keep it right in the pocket. And you're gonna be just fine." And I got on YouTube and I listened to you guys now. Your sound has totally changed
Yes.
because
Yes.
you've got some good cats that's playing at the quality that you guys are playing. You know, and the thing is, the keyboard player, the guitar player,
Right.
even the vocals when I heard, I was like, Priscilla, that's a whole new
Little Rascals.
sound.
That's right.
That's the
That they
Rascals.
revamped.
Yes.
So I applaud you.
Yeah, sometimes
guys,
you
and
have to
it's
reset.
like,
you have to
yes,
back
you do.
up and go back to basics. That's what I call it, going back to basics. See,
And you know what I like about him? He's got patience. He got patience. Well, I tell him, get the fuck on, I find somebody else. He would sit there and he would call. Now, you talking about somebody can call some chords out. I called him the other night. I did a thing for the veterans. And I texted him and told him, I said, send me the chords to my old school medley. He texted me that thing and I showed him to Peanut. Peanut.
Mm-hmm.
I showed him the Peanut. Peanut said, I got you, Miss Priscilla. They all call me Miss Priscilla. Miss Priscilla. Nobody just call me Priscilla no more but y'all. He said, Miss Priscilla, I got you. That boy can play some bass.
Mm-hmm.
He can play. Now the drummer, he was kind of like nasty, you know, but it didn't make me no different. He had to play. But this man right here, all I do is tell him what song I want to do. He'll give it to everybody else, and the rehearsal, we doing it.
All you gotta do is
We doing it.
call some rascals.
But I think that has a lot to do with the way I was brought up musically. Now, you know, my dad had a singing group in the 60s, and they put out a record and it flopped because it was ahead of its time. So, as time went on, I got
What was the name of your dad's group?
I've been trying to find a record for years. I'm still trying to research it and ask.
I want my daddy's record.
There you go. What happened was we were sitting in the car one day and we was listening to this song. And I told my daddy, I said, Daddy, what's that sound in the music? He said, what are you talking about? I said, that do. I said, that. He said, that's the bass. I said, that's the bass. I said, I want to do that. He said, you want to do it? I said, yeah. He said, okay, well, when you go to school, tell me you want to play the bass. And I started out on the cello. And then he was like, oh, no, we're going to move you to the bass. And I've been playing bass ever since.
He got a big old
I
bass
played
in his-
Upright.
I was the
Yeah.
substitute for the Traverse City Orchestra when I was at Wayne State. And then I've been playing straight ahead jazz ever since. But I had teachers like Marcus Belgrade, Earl Van Dyke, Beans Bowles, Roy Brooks, Uriel Jones, Pistol Allen. I used to do the jam session down at Alvin's. Pistol used to come in there and make me play until my fingers hurt. Because he was like, boy, you got to practice endurance. You got to do this, you got to do that. But I had those type of guys always around and telling me. So it's like now, these new musicians don't want to practice. They don't want to rehearse. They just
No.
want to come and play over the music. No. If we playing a B flat minor 7 chord, then play the whole thing on chord. Don't just play around it.
Right.
You know, you got to know what you're doing. You know, you got to know where you at in the music all the time. So they'd be like, well, how you do this? I say, man, I've been doing this so long. It just come to me naturally. It's just muscle. You know, I've been doing it so long.
See, and that was during a time where you would see young kids walking down the street carrying their instruments because it was being taught in school.
Oh,
They
I
then
had a
took
wagon.
all that away from the in the public schools now.
Right,
Because
yeah.
I remember they're talking about, well, what the lottery is going to do is going to be an extra surplus
And
for
plus
education.
bullshit.
And what they did, they cut the funds that was supposed to be going to the schools and start using just the funds that was coming from the lottery. And this is why it ended up, well, the kids don't even have music and drama and they real art classes.
Right,
and,
yeah.
you know,
That's gone now.
This it's all gone.
Jerome taught my grandson how to play bass.
Oh, yeah.
He taught my
He think he a temptation now. You do.
See, and you spoke of some cats that was teaching me at the age of 12 and 13 years old. You know, I had Uriel Jones, there was James Jameson, but he would have me and James Jameson Jr.
Right.
and Earl Van Dyke.
Yeah.
My cousin was one of the first Funk Brothers. It was Joe Weaver and the Blue Notes.
Yeah.
And they came
Joe
from Fortune's
Weaver.
Records, and they recorded the first Motown stuff,
Right.
like Money and Smokey's
Shop
Shop
Around.
Around, you know, and they were the first, and that's how I got introduced to Earl Van Dyke and James Jamerson and Earl Jones, and I remember them having us in the basement. They'd had me and James Jamerson Jr., and they was teaching us to do a blues shuffle. Now we're looking like we don't want to play this old man stuff because they be down there, they be
Yeah.
drinking, and they be, you know, old man. So we want to play the Motown stuff. We had no idea that these were the cats that was cutting
Yep.
the tracks for all that Motown stuff, doing the blues stuff. So lo and behold, when it hit me, the blues shuffle was in everything Motown was doing. You got a smile so bright,
Boom, 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 boom. Yeah.
and it was like, wow. So they were grooming us at that early age. You know, if you could play the blues and you play jazz, that's all that Motown was. Just, you're going to do the session? And I would hear them talk about, oh man, don't worry about it. Just go in there and just do a blues shuffle. You know?
And see, that's like, I'll show you what I mean. Marcus Belgrade. Marcus used to come pick me up when I was 12 years old. And he would go to school because he was an artist in resident at the school I was going to at the time. And we would leave from there and go to Wayne State and do jazz programs they had over there Marcus was running. Then Marcus introduced me to Dizzy Gillespie, had me play with Dizzy Gillespie. Wynton Marsalis, McCoy Tyner, Tommy
Wow.
Flanagan. I can't think of the other guy's name, but I played with Dr. Billy Taylor.
Okay.
He had us play with all types of different musicians and made sure all his students
Were
met these
exposed
people. Right.
to that. Yes.
Oh
Yes.
my, and
Yes.
I miss him a lot because I learned a lot from him. Earl Van Dyke the same way. He was like, I'm gonna tell you this. He said, look, I want you to go to college. You're gonna go on go get this classical scholarship. I'm like, I ain't going. Classical scholarship, man. What you talking about? He's like, boy, you gonna do what I say? I said, no, I ain't. He said, you ain't come here for a minute. He reached under his sweater and pulled that little Saturday night special out and stuck it in my stomach. He said, now what you say you gonna do? I say, I'm gonna go
Going
down
to
there and
college.
try
Into that classical music.
and he brought me a piece and made me study with Ralph Armstrong. I studied with Ralph for 6 months to learn this classical piece. And went down there and got a full ride scholarship to Wayne State.
Praise God. That's all right.
But my hard-headed self got this classical scholarship, but I'm taking jazz class. Because I wanted to do that. I was a straight-ahead cat at the time, I was into Frank West and John Coltrane and Charlie Parker. You couldn't tell. What? I listened to that. To this day, you come in my house on Sunday, we don't play nothing but jazz on Sunday at my house. I wish you would play something else on Sunday in my house. It's going to start a fight. But that's always how it's been. It's always been my first love, and I always do it, And he told me, he said, boy, if you keep playing this bass, you're never going to be broke. I ain't broke. I ain't rich, but I ain't broke.
Tell me some of the stuff that you.
Some of the stuff that I've done? Oh, well, I started out playing with Uncle Jesse White and 29th Street Blues Band. Billy Davis, I met him, I think I was about 5 years old. Johnny Lee Hooker, I played with him. I did a benefit for Mother Waddles with Johnny Lee Hooker down at what was that? It was one of those places where they used to have like 3 different floors.
Oh yeah, at the Mother Wallace building.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
And so
yes.
we did a benefit for Mother Waddles there. I used to play with the Sexy Seniors would actually dance at Belle Isle. We go over by the casino and do a show down there. And actually, I would set up, my grandfather and I would set up 2 drum sets. And we would sit there and play together. So that was kind of different. Later in life, I ended up playing with Porter Wagner, who is a country man. He plays country music.
I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, when I
Yes.
lived in Kansas, I played with him. He said, "You want to go down to Branson, Missouri and play with me?" He says, "I'll pay you." I says, "Okay." And I started playing. I played with him for his later years, and I just hear music and love it. I loved it since I was born. I would sit there and put on my hi-fi stereo and
A
put the
hi-fi.
headphones. The
What is,
hi-fi.
what is a hi-fi? See, everybody don't know
No,
what a hi-fi
exact-
is.
that's
So
right.
now,
The hi-fi stereo with the headphones, and then I would turn off the left side and listen to just the right side and listen to just the left side and lay in the middle of the floor. On the floor. I couldn't sit in the chair, lay in the bed. I had to lay in the middle of the floor of my study and listen to this music. And I got into my dad's records. And I started listening to Chico Hamilton and Art Blakey and all those guys. And it's like, wow. Thelonious Monk, Miles Davis. And then I started listening to the other stuff. And I went into listening to rock. I even played with sat in with the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Chili Peppers.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
Now, how old were you when you got your first drum set?
I would say I was 22.
22? Okay.
Well,
Now she got 10 drum sets.
the first drum set, actually, I think I was about 2 years old. My grandfather had bought it. My grandfather had taught my dad how to play the drums, so they got me a drum set. And back then, the heads were paper.
Yeah.
And the first day I got it, I broke all the heads.
You busted.
I bust them all up, and I never got another drum set until I moved out of my mother's house.
You know, when you say that, I remember when Clyde and Bernard was young, and I bought a drum set for Clyde. Okay, you know, one of them little drum set with the little thing that was on there.
Yeah.
And I bought the little flute thing with the piano on it
Yeah.
for Bernard, because Bernard always wanted to play a trombone. John Calhoun taught him how to play the trombone. So I heard somebody come running down the steps hollering, crying. That black ass Bernard done took the whole drum set and beat Clyde over the head
With his own drum set.
with his own drum set. That was the instruments for them when they were kids. But after, you know, my grandbaby wanted to play bass. He heard Jerome play bass, and oh my goodness. Granny, I want a bass. So I asked Jerome, I said, Jerome, where can I go get him a bass? Jerome sent me down to the pawn shop. I got him a bass and an amp. And Jerome taught him how to play the bass. And where was we at? We was down at somewhere, and he wanted to play behind me.
I think we was doing an outside festival.
And he came up and played Just My Imagination. Oh,
That
that
would
was
be a temptation.
that was all, and that's the only song he knew. He would not learn no more. And his brother broke the bass. So I said, well, that's the end of the instruments for
Instruments for
him.
that? Oh my goodness.
Jerome, what about this guy that went to Kansas City with us, and I fired him? Somebody told me to leave him there, and I
was trying to
wouldn't.
leave him.
Yeah,
we
Jerome
had-
said, leave him there. I said, no, we got to
we
take
had
him back to
Hank. I
Detroit.
think his name was Hank.
Dirty Hank.
Yeah.
Dirty Hank.
Dirty
Yeah.
Hank. That
Yeah,
boy
man.
could play a guitar, though. You think Oswald can play a guitar? Dirty Hank could play a guitar,
Yeah.
but that stuff had him messed up.
Yeah, ooh, that wasn't good.
We looking for him, and he
He messed up. And I'm
I
like,
had
dude,
to hire a guitar player from there.
I told him you got 2 minutes to have your stuff packed and be in the van. If not, we going to Detroit and we leaving you. I wasn't playing. We gonna leave you here. Guys, yeah, you better hurry up. You heard what I said.
Jerome done saved a lot of musicians from me.
Jerome has always been such an
I told
humble,
you. I told you.
compassionate,
I told
patient person.
I told
Always,
you.
you've always been that.
He's just he's a Katina go to hell.
I can hear her now. What you say, Mother Goose?
I like that.
That's what she
That's
called
what
Mother
she
Goose.
called me, Mother Goose.
Yeah.
I just want to let y'all know that you're watching WJZZ Cool TV, the Blues Factory, live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and other top social media platforms. So,
Like us, follow us, and share, comment, and subscribe to WJZZ Cool
Cool.
TV channel. So thank you for watching WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station
in the world. Where are you playing now? I mean, next.
Yeah.
The next thing is a private party we got, I think is the end of this month, and then the next thing after that would be the Upscale Warehouse on the 16th of December. Oh, and it is a $10 cover charge to enter that particular venue. And then the 17th, we playing the Christmas
Hey.
party for Priscilla.
Right.
Priscilla Price Christmas
So,
party.
Christmas party at 3606 East Forest at the DRMM Hall, featuring Lady Love, Mr. Shaw,
Sure.
Mr. Bobby Hill, the Little Rascals Band, along with yours truly. And dinners included in the tickets. Tickets are $25, slightly higher at the door. So don't come there talking about, if you get your tickets now, you don't have to worry about it. You can call 313-318-9196. 313-318-9196 and get your tickets.
And who gonna be your MCs?
Them boys. Them two. Al Bracey and Al Be Sure Livingston. Yes, and we're gonna have maybe one more guest. I don't know if they're gonna come or not, but I've invited a special guest to come by.
So now you're gonna be working this night.
Yes, I gotta work.
So you're gonna be singing. See, at the Christmas party,
Yeah.
you had a lot of guests on, so you did not know
My
a lot of people
birthday
was
party.
yes, after your birthday
And my
party.
birthday party.
It was like, are you gonna sing? No, we're honoring Priscilla. So you had some nice guests.
I gotta work. I gotta work. My pimp at home say I gotta work. No, that ain't my pimp. Yes, he is. Does the pimp take the money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what he said. I gotta work.
So when she say pimp, that means PIMP, people in music production.
There you go.
I've been a pimp a long time.
He-
And you too.
Well, pop your
And you
collar.
too.
Pop your collar, baby.
Yes. I want to also thank Jesus Washington, our engineer this evening.
Yes, my Gemini twin.
I want to thank Roger for allowing us to do this
Yes.
every Thursday. And we're hoping that we can get a lot of more, unsung musicians and entertainers and whatever else you might be doing in the music field to come on and hang out with us on Thursdays from 7 to 8 right here on WJZZ Cool TV.
And one of the things that our platform is about giving homage to our unsung Detroit musicians, entertainers, writers, rangers, producers, because there was a time where these folks weren't acknowledged. Marvin Gaye was the first one to acknowledge all the musicians and gave credit to them on the What's Going On album. He started that. And then from there went on. So a lot of the musicians here have helped propel a lot of acts forward. So we give you honor.
And we thank you
And we
for
thank
hanging out
you.
with us. And right about now, it's that time to say, good night, sweetheart. Where is... Have a happy Thanksgiving,
go.
everybody. I'm not sure if we're going to be here next Thursday because I got a house full.
Indubitably. And you've got some
So,
work to do.
next Thursday. So what?
You cooking chitlins?
I got 40 pounds in the thing
See,
now.
I know.
All
And
moms chitlins?
Yes. I got 40 pounds I gotta go home and cook now. Good night, everybody, and thank you.
Good night. God bless you. We love everyone.
Huh?
Say
Yes.
nothing.
We gotta go. Y'all come by the house?